put it at 2:30, then it changed to 2:45, and then we here at 3. And so it's a Monday evening thing. It's got a lot to do with me working in the restaurant industry my whole life, which created some great habits and then some bad habits because I only would work when it's busy. You know what I'm saying? Or when it was monetarily, I guess beneficial for me, right? And so that equals maybe a Monday night because it's slow, but a lot of people spend a lot of money on Monday night. It's just always like that in the restaurant industry. And then Thursday, Friday night, Saturday all day, Sunday all day. And so the rest I would just kind of, do what I want to do. But I'm usually a night person, okay? So we're here this evening. Sorry. We got 3 shows for you today. 3 shows. We got this show. Definitely just got some exclusive information in on Mr. Dwight Howard out in my city turning up. Yes, Dwight. That's a day. Not Dwight in Miami. Just left the wife at home after he wouldn't let her get the stuff out the house. We're gonna talk about that. Definitely gonna be talking about Oprah and TD Jakes finally addressing the Diddy rumors. And the Diddy party rumors. Yeah. Please don't mind my haircut. I was supposed to go see my barber today, but like I said, I slept in. We're also going to be discussing B. Simone. There's more madness where this whole thing started. Her best friend and her did a podcast together, and it was extremely triggering and controversial for a lot of people, okay? And so we're just going to revisit that because there's more to the story. I tried to watch the entire podcast, but it was B. Simone's squeaky voice. And I know my voice is a lot too, but hers is... It sounds like a cat scratching. I can't. And I don't deal with scratchy cat, Claudia, and I definitely don't deal with scratchy bee. I don't. Okay. And much more, okay? We're also going to be doing a live and direct Q&A with Chad from Chad Van Horn, okay? He's going to be answering all questions concerning how to become debt-free, filing bankruptcy, keeping your home, getting rid of student loans, things like that. The phone lines will be open. We do have that live set up. So after this live, don't go nowhere. Just click off and click on to the next live so that you can ask your questions or get real-time advice from a real, 5-star attorney, okay? Also, after Chad, we got a surprise guest that's going to be live with us on TashaKLive.com. We got to get it done before a court order goes into effect, and this person is not allowed to speak at all because the person that they're suing has requested for a gag order for the last 3 weeks. And so every day they've just been submitting a motion asking for a gag order. And while we were going to wait and do this interview in person, we just thought it was just best to do it now before they're gagged for the next 3 or 4 years until the trial is over. Okay. And so you better head on to TashaKLive.com if you do want to see that interview. And we're keeping that identity hidden until the person pops up on the interview on TashaKLive.com because, like I said, it's high profile and it could be I don't know demonetizing for us. I don't know, censorship. Yeah, like that. I heard they like to play games like that. And I'm like, well, let me get mine first, and then you do what you want to do, okay? And so stay tuned for that, TashaKLivers.com, and that interview will be going live with that person at around 6 p.m. your time, around 6:15. That person is already confirmed. And remember, we had a surprise interview on Friday from one of the freak-off workers, and y'all were not ready for Mr. Dave, was you? Saying that Cassie allegedly gave him the clap. You know what the clap stand for, okay? That interview, viewer discretion is advised. I don't say I didn't warn you. When you go and watch that interview on TashaKLive.com, I don't even want to hear it, okay? I don't. In the meantime, before we get started on our topics, we do have to take a moment out and brag about our sponsors, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back after the break. Let's go.
Know where I'd be without you.
I don't know where you'd be either.
That's
an eviction notice? What the hell?
okay, so I'm the source of all of our problems or something?
I've been here less than 5 minutes and problem.
Where's Malcolm? Malcolm, where's my money?
I have noticed you're behind on the rent. Is there anything I can do to lighten the load?
Lighten the load? I'm calling to let you know that you are out of line.
Check your Cash App.
What? You're not gonna do it, are you? Tanya.
Not a time for jokes, Keith.
Malcolm, I need my money.
It's been 10 years going back and forth with this bitch. There was police called. There were people in handcuffs. She went out on a stretcher. I'm praying it's the final conversation because I ain't got no more conversation left in me.
Yeah, it was just getting backstabbed by a person that I put in position. Mona and them never heard of a Masika. Mona kind of said, like, we need like a hoe character, you know?
In all honesty, Masika, did you ever really get a DNA test?
What brings you in, Travis?
Say something to me!
I'm sorry.
Better question. What are you going through?
We're not fucking Travis. So what do you do for sick?
It's called life.
Life? Or wife?
What's up, T?
I can't find any groundbreaking stories. This stuff is like Groundhog Day. Nothing new has came up.
I do have a few.
When we start the show, keep it clean.
Okay, but you know the rumors out there, right?
I don't give a damn about the rumors.
About Shorty. Can anything be traced back to you?
I mean, I do help with little things here and there.
Like what? What you paying her rent?
Look at it this way. We are getting older and not so attractive, more so you than me. What better way than to pull the wool over your eyes than sex?
So, what the fuck happened again? The bitch set me up with a trans and I didn't even know it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So is it true?
The blogs and their unending desire to ruin our relationship.
So why is that picture of you and some bitch in a hair salon, Travis?
I said, I'm gonna go in the clay room. Now, mind you, when I'm in this clay room, I said, this nigga come in here in the next 2 minutes with fully dressed, telling me to go, he's gay. This motherfucker.
Is this true?
How you gonna ask me something like that?
Everybody talks to somebody.
All right, and we're back. And don't forget, we are sponsored in part by my favorite body oil, kind of body scrub, body all around, black-owned, female-owned company, okay? The Sugar Case, all right? And so as you can see, these body oils are being used. It's almost done, okay? And then I have several oils over here, and then Jasmine's still in a few. So this is the glazed donut. I actually have this one on my chest today, okay? I usually put these on right after the shower. So when the water is on my body, I put the oil on my body, and then I rub it in while my body is wet, okay? And then I let it dry. And then, you know, of course, I'm smelling good and shiny and oily at the same time, okay? Keeping the skin all moisturized and everything like that. These are organically made oils and things like that. And you can get them on TashaKLive.com. I'm sorry. There's so many Tasha K Lives, Tasha K, on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? And let me know in a review, like, how you like the body oils, okay? So I know you're going to love them because we already got people with addictions to them, all right? So let's go ahead and get into Miss B. Simone, all right? So Friday we covered her, I believe, on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay, we were trying to make sure. And so on Friday, her best friend had talked about, you know, watching B. Simone have money. And it was very hard for her to not resent B. Simone because she was broke. Okay, and then we told you some information about her best friend, Shekinah. Shekinah was, or probably still is, I don't know, the personal assistant to B. Simone. They just recently did a podcast together talking about some of the constraints in their relationship and some of the envy. I believe there was a scene that came out after Shekinah had said to B. Simone that, you know, she was broke and homeless and living with her parents and, you know, a single mother. And I gave my take on that, basically stating like, well, girl, you got a whole daddy. You got a whole baby daddy up over there. You got your parents that's helping you, so you wasn't down and out. And besides, you had studios that you opened yourself and didn't even pay your own sister, okay? And how did I know about that? Your sister told me. So here's the thing. I told you, these people out here, they be out here trying to play victim and everything, like somebody owe them something, but then you owe people. Like, make it make sense. Let's talk about it. You gotta tell the whole story, okay? The whole story. Let's circle back. All right, so here's the thing. And so I tried my best, I promise you, because people keep sending me clips from the podcast. And while I wanted to cover this in one section, you know, B is releasing clips just to kind of grift. You know, when you start seeing the clips roll out, it's grifting to a certain audience, and the audience is the, you know, I was just talking with a colleague about this, the BET audience, the Tyler Perry audience, the black woman is always last to be picked audience. I don't particularly look at our audience like that because, you know, the black women are just the women in general that I meet, especially when I'm out on tour or just in public. Y'all ain't struggling. Y'all ain't going through it. Not like that, okay? And it ain't that. It's we do have things that we go through, but for us, I feel like there's just a resilience that comes along with it and not a defeat and not a begging mentality, okay? So our audience is very different over here, but here's the thing. There was a clip that came out and, you know, after, you know, she basically, I guess, told her best friend, you know, like, no, like, I guess that's, you know, what you were going through. It had nothing to do with me. Well, B. Simone has some news of her own, okay, that she wants to share with people. And then we're going to really, really unwind some things that I know at the influencer level. You ready? Like to hear? Here you go. Go ahead, lie, B. Go ahead. What you?
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah. It was the dramatics for me and the overly light makeup. That makeup did not match her chest. Do y'all notice, like, how, I don't want to brag, but I do like to brag on, if I do wear makeup, I don't have any on today, right? But if I do have it, you guys notice there's never a contrast. It's always matching. I'm so funny about my makeup artist. I don't even let people do my makeup no more because I heard people catching herpes and stuff from people brushes and everything like that and rashes and stuff. And I just don't play that type of thing, okay? Especially when you out here bragging about you doing Netta face. Get the hell up out of here, okay? So B had a lot going on. She even had the little white woman Marilyn Monroe mold, didn't she? Play that clip one more time. Like, I had to go from Bloomingdale's to, we gotta go to H&M.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah. H&M. First of all, shout out to Bloomingdale's. I've never shopped in there. Not ever. I'm old school. I'm a Dillon's girl. Still go to Sears. Sears got some good appliances. School backpacks, shoes, all they Nikes and stuff, be 30, 40% off. Don't be playing with Sears if you still got one in your town. Dillard's, I get my bras from. Play with me, okay? But I have a question. What's wrong with H&M? Like, she looks like she's dressed in H&M right here in this photo. Like, I just, B. Are you really broke? Or are you trying to connect with your viewers because you were disassociated and delusional for a very long time? Are you? Because I heard you just signed a new podcast deal. There's ad sponsorships in this particular podcast. But the problem was the views weren't viewing. See, one thing I love about YouTube is that in most cases, you can't lie on YouTube about your views. You can inflate them, but YouTube gonna dial them right back. And by the time they do dial them right back, people done forgot about the video, but the bottom line is the bottom line. Now, on Instagram and Facebook, I personally know, and this ain't no allegedly, B will drop a clip from her podcast, and they will buy 50 to 60,000 likes every time. You're always going to notice that as soon as she uploads, It's 50 to 60,000 likes. I know a few other blogs that are doing it because the likes help drive the engagement, so which means they'll promote you in the algorithm. So it's like a trick on the algorithm, right? And then they usually have somewhere around 500 comments. We get those on a 30,000 clip, you know, just only getting 30,000 views. We got 1,000, you know, comments and stuff. And so, and they do that to inflate their numbers so that they can, you know, then gain advertising deals, okay? And so they sell brand awareness for advertisers and not sales, whereas my business model is sales. Fucker, who knows you? Everybody know Burger King, but I don't see nobody up in there. Everybody, like I said, Arby's, please show me a busy Arby's. I know y'all say Arby's got fire food, but when I drive past Arby's, I'll be like, they gotta be money laundering for the cartel. Something's going on. Like, seriously. Anyway, but you know, I was just talking with a colleague with her, you know, about her, and we, you know, both came to the conclusion that this is another grifting scheme, and you know, I'm not gonna say be broke. I'm not gonna say she not. What I'm gonna say is that this is a phishing scheme. Okay, and when you can connect with other viewers, which I don't think this is connecting the way that she aimed for it to connect. It's like I just wanna, you know, be one with everyone who is living paycheck to paycheck, which influencers are living paycheck to paycheck, right? And hopefully I'll get some type of compassion because the things that I'm talking about is not resonating because I'm having to buy views just to keep advertisers. I'm having to inflate my numbers and make it seem like it's worth more so that advertisers will want to buy time on my podcast, because when you look at the overall numbers of what B has going on, it's 30,000 views a podcast at almost $1,500 to produce per podcast. That's not including flying your guests in. That's not including a makeup team. That's not including you know, promotion and buying views and stuff like that. So, you know, I think that she's always shopped at H&M. It's just the appearance that she's always wanted to make it seem like that she didn't have to shop at those places when in fact we all up in there. I'd rather carry an H&M purse before I carry a purse from Bloomingdale's. Like I said, I ain't never been in Bloomingdale's. Why? I can carry it as many times as I want. It ain't got no name on it, and ain't nobody gonna notice. They notice the purses with the names on it. They be like, oh my God, that's a cute YSL. And then how long you gonna carry that YSL? It's been like 2 years. You gonna switch up the bag? Where's the H&M bag? They don't even notice. They're like, oh, Tasha, that's an H&M bag, it's an everyday bag. Yep, take it to the gym, take it out to dinner, drop it on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You know, may even run it across the grass, you know? Like, who cares? Like, we're at war right now. Who really gives a damn? Just bragging last year about making $600,000 on her close friends after she sold her grievances about her best friend, Jackie, that passed away. She charged her close friends to see her grieving. When I tell it's a grifting scheme. Anything that I could do to invoke sadness or a relationship the same way that Tyler Perry does and a lot of other people do, you know what I'm saying, that BET audience, I'm telling you, I was just talking to a colleague about that. Shout out to my little colleague now. They're gonna do it. Instead of just being authentically you. And like, weren't you just bragging about like last year? And I seen a man on Twitter dragging her bad. Didn't she just brag about not wanting a dude that works a 9 to 5? Because she got an entrepreneur mindset. And I thought that was the dumbest thing she could have said, even though I feel that it was tastefully said. I believe the men with the 9 to 5s got a little triggered. And me as a woman, I'm just a little bit more strategic with my thinking when it comes to dating, relationships, partnerships. You know what I'm saying? You can say that I don't know. I gotta be in it to get something in order for me to, you know, I gotta learn something from somebody. I gotta, you know, somebody gotta push me to be better than myself. And I feel like, you know, a 9 to 5 man probably would have been what you needed, since an entrepreneur typically is is much more unstable. And when business is down, if you're having to go from Bloomingdale's to H&M, you know, hubby with the 9 to 5 could keep you stable so that your lifestyle doesn't change. Dumbass. Moving on. It's ridiculous. Who the hell is this? Jess, this ain't no damn Super Sense. Stop playing. Look at nose. That is not Super Sense. Is she on this Ozempic? Because the video I just saw, she didn't look like this. Why are you playing with me like this? Jess, she look like a cast member off of Black Ink. Because you know them cast members be on that shit, and they be real skinny and bony. Hell, Jasmine trying to play with me. I hear talking about this Super Sense. She don't look super in this picture. So Super Sense, apparently, I guess, I don't have the video of, I guess, maybe her saying that her daughter shares room with her bonus brothers. And I guess these are her brothers from, I don't know, maybe her baby daddies. I don't know how many baby daddies she got. Don't give me lying. But the comments were really going in on Super Scent because they felt like it was inappropriate for her daughter to be sharing a room, even though her daughter has her own room, with her brothers. And so Super Scent had, you know, something to say. And I, you know, kind of wanted to add my little 2 cents to it if you gave a damn. Because I do feel like some stuff is just kind of taken out of context these days. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Hate that you guys always think so left when it comes to certain things. I only show you what I want to show you. Leah has no problem voicing when something is wrong. She's done it many of times. She's not afraid of nobody. She don't feel like nobody gonna hurt her when she's. Anytime Leah is somewhere by somebody's house, she's going to overly FaceTime me because she misses me. She has separation anxiety. She could be by Kelly, she could be by Ray, she could be by my mom, she could be by her dad. She's going to FaceTime me. Her sharing a room with her brothers, that's temporary. Her brothers is not here 24/7. Her brothers is not here every day. We put them in a room together for when they come over. If y'all realize, Noah and Dallas only was coming over here 2 times a week. So her sharing a room with them, it's not like they be together every day, all day. And you can't just tell somebody what to do with their child. You do what you want with your child, and I'm gonna do what I want with my child. Leah got her own room by Ray. She got her own room here too. I put an extra bed in her room for Noah and Dallas for when they come over here so they can all be together because they asked to be together. They asked to be together. Y'all gotta stop putting y'all old stories that happened to y'all when y'all was children on other people's kids. My child have no problem saying if somebody was touching her, harming her, or doing anything they're not supposed to be doing. She said, it's not no, oh, well, maybe she's not gonna say it. No, she is gonna say it. She said it before. She has no problem ratting the motherfucker out. She's not gonna be afraid to say a motherfucking thing. This is why I didn't want to share certain things, because y'all always thinking something deeper than what the fuck it is. I feel like we has been through a lot of things. We have, especially in our little age group, we have all been through some traumatizing stuff as kids. Right? And I feel like a lot of people project that on other people's kids. I mean, we do it with our own kids. We always sit our kids down and ask these crazy questions, and our kids look at us like we crazy because of what we went through. And that's it, and it's okay. Of course, we create these safe spaces for our kids to talk to us. I get it, but we also do deal with a lot of trauma from what happened when we was kids. So I don't want y'all. Don't do that with my kids. Do that with y'all kids. Do that with whatever going on y'all side. Just because y'all think I show every bit and piece of stuff that going on. I don't. If I didn't trust my child somewhere, she wouldn't be there. If I didn't trust my child by anybody, she wouldn't be there. Leah don't sleep by anybody's house. She don't go by anybody's house. She go by Kelly. She go by my mama. She go by her dad, and that's it.
Okay.
That's and they. That's it.
Okay.
That is all. Leah is a very vocal child. Leah spends so much time with me. Wherever she goes, she calls and she wants to come home. That's just who she is. And don't forget, a year or two ago, I always posted how when she listened to a sad song, she started crying and said how much she missed her daddy. Does that mean something bad is going on over here too? Does that mean I'm doing something I'm supposed to be doing with her? Does that mean I'm touching her? When she hear a sad song, she call her daddy and say she miss her daddy. See, y'all gotta stop thinking so deep in this stuff.
Oh my God.
Listen, I be telling my friends who newly have kids, if you let your child sleep in the bed with you all the time, it's hard to break. I was like that with Trey. Trey slept in the bed with me for a long time, and it's really I didn't got so accustomed to it. Well, when Ray not here, and it's just me and Trey. I just have Trey can get in the bed with me because I got
take 2 days to get
so
there.
I know how hard it is.
I can't. Okay, go ahead. All right. I guess this is Super Scent. Two things here. Two things. Because, you know, the comment section was eating her ass up. But the reason the comment section was eating her up is because why are you putting your business out there? Where's the makeup? Where is the makeup? Like, Super should have been doing reality shows by now. Super going live every day explaining baby daddy, boyfriend, my child ain't being touched yet, and if it were to happen, she would tell me type shit. Like, I don't know, is this what social media has come to now? Like, you know, you're a CEO of your own company, you make a lot of money. Matter of fact, your friend is in business, Black Smoke, sleeping with Drew Sidora right now, and he's taking your blueprint and is flying off with it, but he's not on the internet discussing any and everything about their kids. And I know people want to keep that close thing, but my thing is, if you're gonna put something out, and I think she's been on the internet long enough about this, it's kind of like me when I share things with y'all about what's going on with my child. What I put out there, you gotta be willing to take what comes with that. If I say to y'all, yeah, I just cut my daughter's phone off, some of y'all may be like, that's kind of dangerous, Tasha. You shouldn't have did that. How you gonna find her now? People need a cell phone. And I'm like, do they? Because everybody got a cell phone. If she needs to use a cell phone, she can buy one, she can pay for it, or she can use somebody else's cell phone. She is always around the phone, as opposed to when we were growing up, we only had a house phone. And you had to make sure nobody wasn't on that phone. Then you had to make sure you had, what do you call it? The click over where you call it, call waiting. You had to pay for that, remember? Remember the call waiting? If you didn't have it, then the phone just gave busy all day. And so if you was waiting on a job to call or anything, they wasn't getting through. So to me, my child will be all right. But I'm sure some of y'all was just like, I think that's a little too hard. These kids are going through a lot. That's all I hear anyway. Tasha, just don't be too hard on the kids that's going through. They ain't built like us. They different. That's all I hear. I'm like, yeah, they different because y'all ain't putting them to the fire. You ain't seeing what your kids is made of. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, like, I just want Super to just get out the car, do her hair. That's why I was shocked that this was her, because I was like, she dressed up. I don't know what she looks like dressed up. I only know her in a bonnet all day, laying down, soup cooler lips, breath all, and the camera is getting foggy as she talk. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a hot breath. You know what I'm saying? The T-shirts with no bras on. And if not, she going live in the car. And I'm like, well, when do you spend time with you? Let me not go there. I don't even have the time. I go live less than most people around here, but I do record and work more. I just don't see how people got time to just be going live. And she be live all day, every day. And I don't see no makeup promotionals. Like, you can't be the makeup lady that ain't never got no damn makeup on. Bye, Super. What my winos talking about in the comments? Thank you for this. Who said the super chat? They know it's about to be the first of the month and I need it. Paperwork Party TV. Shout out to Paperwork Party TV for the 100. For the, what do they call it? 200? What is it? Pesos? What is it?
I don't know. I think it's USD.
You sure? It should say USD, Jasmine.
They got a dollar sign on it.
Okay, and if it's your birthday today, happy birthday or happy anniversary. What season is it? Cancer season. Shout out to Cancers. I got to start doing that. You know, like we celebrate each month for the Zodiac. We're going to do it every month but Libra. I'm playing. I'm going to celebrate the Libras. I'm just playing. All right, so here's the thing. So I think it's Libra, Taurus, who else? And Aries. I ain't doing them. No, I'm playing. I got y'all. It's just the Pisces nature in me. I love everybody. Don't be taking it serious. I don't want y'all blowing up my email. What you got to say about Aries? What you got to say about... Stop. It ain't that serious. Who's next? All right, after the break. After the break, we got Amy and Dwight Luciani. She's the beard in the relationship, okay? Also going to be discussing Oprah and Tyler Perry. Don't forget, we got a surprise guest that's going to be joining us on TashaKLive.com. I cannot put it out. The last time I put out who my surprise controversial guest is, Yandy got to him, okay? They hollering blackmail and all this stuff, so we just going to do surprise, okay? We're going to pop out and show the winos, all right? After the break, we got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back. Let's go.
Let's talk about student loan discharges in bankruptcy. Most people will tell you it's impossible. Even bankruptcy attorneys will tell you that. But guess what? We just got 2 discharged a few weeks ago, and we're going to get a lot more. So if you're struggling with your student loans, you may be able to discharge those through bankruptcy. So you should just give me a call, and let's figure it out.
This invite from this woman who thinks her husband is possessed by demons. I'm not sure about this one, y'all.
Are you kidding? When the last time we covered a story like this, Tasha?
Diane Johnson's cabin.
I'm so relieved you guys accepted my invitation to come. Something to drink, maybe some tea or coffee. I would do wine, Miss Diane. I know how you like your wine. But I need you fully alert for the story I'm about to burden you with. You're the chosen one. God came to me in my dreams and revealed it all. I don't know about this, guys. Like performing an exorcism on this lady's husband just because she feels like he's possessed.
This is messed up. This is a real-life event that we happen to have the exclusive.
Yes, Tasha, we gotta help her.
I said, we could do a family vacation. All of us, all 5.
And we would all be dead right now. For this to work, you must have all skepticism out your mind. Robert, I know the real you is trapped. We're going to free you tonight. Alla bullshit is shit. Alla bullshit is shit.
Don't forget that movie is streaming right now on TashaKLive.com, as well as Everyone Talks to Someone, and I Ain't Got It, okay? Thank you so much for the support, y'all. People are writing me, asking me to act in more movies, and I'm like, well, they gotta hire me. Yeah, I just turned down a role the other day, and it was on like a Hulu series, and I was just like, they can't afford me. Yeah. I appreciate them reaching out, though. I ain't gonna tell you who it was. I'll tell you who it was on Tasha K Live. How about that? Because people be getting a little messy. And I want to be like, see what she doing? See, we trying to give her a foot in Hollywood. I'm good on the outside. My thing is, how you gonna make me audition to play myself? Maybe it's the humbling for me, and I'm like, bro, like, you making me audition to play myself? To me, you want an eclectic podcaster that's loud and boisterous, and you reached out to me. I didn't reach out to you. Like, I can see it. I solicited for the role, but you reached out to me. And it was a big production too. Like, I'm telling you, A-list actors and shit. I guess they thought I was gonna be like, I said, tell them I respectfully passed. I'm good. I'm good. I started doing the the calculator. I said, they can't afford me. They trying to ask me, can I shoot between these dates and this date? And I'm like, if I'm shooting these days, you got to pay me for what I'm missing up over here. You got to pay my team. I'm a different type of bitch when I move. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you who it was on TashaKLive.com. That's just where things don't leak over there. I love that about the winos on TashaKLive.com. It's like they protect what they pay for. I love that. So yeah, over here, 1,001 videos. All spinning a narrative. Anyway, all right. So, and don't forget, guys, Chad, bankruptcy lawyer, is going to be joining us right after this live at, it'll be 4 p.m. Central our time, which is 5 p.m. Central your time. If you want to ask him any question about debt, starting a business, refinancing, filing bankruptcy, anything like that, now is the time to do it. Jasmine will be putting the link in the chat on the live stream. Moderators, if you could share that live stream so that people can get in, okay? Also, shout out to who's sending me $50. How much money they done sent me so far today, Jasmine? They knew the first was coming up and I was broke. I gotta go to H&M this month. Paperwork Party TV. I don't know. Maybe if they start paying a certain amount of a super chat, we get them like a link for 5 minutes on the show. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you spend $500, $250 or more, and you got a business and you want to just pop in our live and shout your shit out, I ain't got no problem with that. Because if we charge $250 for an ad and they spending that in super chat, they might as well pop on. The next show. So email us, right? I got you, right? So, but anyway, shout out. And what did the super chat say before we get into the Dwight Howard and Amy Luciani wine?
They're saying B. Simone.
Why would y'all lie like that talking about B. Simone unalive Jackie O? Jackie O had insecurities that she was trying to fix, okay? She had a boyfriend that traveled around and courted other women. She was at home with 3 kids suffering from postpartum depression, wanted to feel like she was still that girl that he met when she was a wilding out girl and things like that. Got a little too over her head. She shouldn't have had an extensive surgery like that coming straight out of having a baby. I believe her baby wasn't even a year old. And so the insecurity drove her to lay on that table, okay, and get that surgery, knowing the risk with a non-accredited doctor. And we're going to say allegedly in case they want to get thick around here because I saw the credentials. He called himself a BBL specialist, not plastic surgeon, okay? And yes, she had complications from that, which you can have complications from any surgery. You can have complications from a dental surgery, all right? And unfortunately succumbed to that. So y'all stop with that. I ain't gonna let y'all do that lady, okay? It was the same shit. It was just insecurities, okay? Had she would have been more secure herself, not that man cheating on her and sleeping with other women, calling her the main one, but never married her. Even though I heard the house was in her name. But listen, that was something that she was struggling with, and eventually something tragic happened. So, you know, rest in peace to Jackie O, and my condolences to her family, okay? And I was filming with DC Young Fly when it happened, and I said, man, do I bring a bad omen or something to the set? Like, I did think that, because I was just like, we was cool. It was a nice show, and you know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon had let it off in prayer as soon as we was out. Like, he got the news. It was horrible, man. Like, that shit, but I wasn't thinking I was a bad omen. I'm just like, damn, like, why this had to happen while I was here? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was very tragic and unexpected, and keep y'all ass off them people table. Literally your ass. You want to get a little nippy tuck? Fine. Make sure you're healthy. Make sure you're supplemented. A lot of people be going in under surgery and you don't have a blood work of your vitamin and mineral efficiencies and deficiencies. You don't even take vitamins and minerals, so your body and organs can't function. Half the time when we got blood clots and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, stress, we're lacking magnesium. I love the EU because they put magnesium in the water. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff, you get to drink it. We have a magnesium supplement supplement on TashaKLive.com that's high quality, fueled from the UK, okay, that you could use to keep blood pressure down and things like that. But bottom line, please make sure you get a full physical, even if you don't get permission from your doctor. Please look at your own blood work, and your blood work will tell you whether or not you should lay down, and you start with your vitamin and mineral efficiency and deficiency. See what you need to supplement with. Make sure you're on an adequate diet to be able to fight off infection. If you get an infection, staph infection, sepsis, or anything, instead of trying to get your body to go through something and you ain't gave it nothing to prepare itself with, okay? So we got the sea moss, the mushroom extract. We got the mushroom Vitamix powder. Hell, we got a gummy booster that we just unleashed on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. I ain't finna let y'all do that. And we got sour sop for the island people, okay? Moving on. So, I was just sent some DMs. And apparently, Amy Luciani, the beard, is at the home. He finally let her back in the home, but kicked her out of the home, wouldn't let her get her clothes. I think he just wanted to exercise his authority around there to let her know that he was in the relationship. He does the digging and not the, well, you know what I mean. So, we had gotten, word that before the marriage even started on Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? He had put her out of the house, and, she left. And then she hit me back up weeks later when she was back at the house, talking about, will you please remove that post about my husband? I said, Miss Beard, you want me to remove the post about your husband? Lavender marriage? Like, this what you want me to do? Who you talking to? I don't care if you ask nicely. The answer's no, and you 3 weeks too late. You should have caught me. Why you didn't say nothing when I put it out, when it went viral? Why'd you wait until he let you back in the house? Well, apparently she's back in the house, okay? And not only is she back in the house, he's in Miami. And he's in Miami playing basketball, I believe. Yes, is what the source is saying. And he's outside, very much comfortable with one of his long-term side chicks, and her name is Ashley, with no edges. So, or does she have it shaved? Nope, those are no edges. I just had to zoom in, okay? She's a decent-looking girl. She kind of looked like Hoops, I think. No, Hoops was with, what's Hoops with? She was with Shaquille, okay. And so he's been in Miami since his game, according to the source. And Amy is back in Georgia, okay, with Miss Amber. He's with that one girl from before, which is, put the side chick back up, girl. Ashley. And she's his old side piece. And there's nothing that Amy can do. I'm trying to make sure so I don't reveal my sources here, so I'm just reading in code. But bottom line, his ass is outside. So he also had Amy at his recent game with his daughter, Tiffany's daughter. Amy has been at the house in Atlanta. He was trying to force her to get pregnant, but apparently she refused. Ain't no way a nigga gonna cheat on me. It's just not gonna happen. And Amy, she ain't too easy on the eyes. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. You can put all the weave you want to put in. You can do all the workouts you want to do. That lady without makeup, even with makeup, is very harsh. And it's giving Kitty, his long-term trans side chick. Kitty got a strong... So, Amy, it's too early for you to be married and being put out of your house and the police being called and him not letting you get your shit, and then he apologizes when he wants you to come back, and the only reason he put you out in the first place is so he could tap Kitty, allegedly, and, partake in his extracurricular activities that he does in the middle of the night, because it is an addiction, and that's Kitty. Thank you. Jasmine remembers Kitty. This is Kitty. This has been Dwight's main pain. Main pain for some years on years on years, okay? All the people that have filed lawsuits against him sued him because they said he tried to bring Kitty into the orgy, and they said, They said, They got up, put on their clothes. I'm out of here. I said, don't do Dwight like that. Don't give him a chance. Give him a chance. It's the beauty supply store wig for me. That's a 27 piece, ain't it? Especially in the back, because it's layered. That's a 27 piece, yeah. 27 rolls. And then the bleach, the cut bleach has, yeah, that's a, and then the choker. Yeah, so Kitty is really Diddy to man, Jasmine. Kitty is really Diddy, okay? Love all types of baby oil and things going on in the room, and happens to be male like Diddy, and yeah, it's Dwight's main, okay? All right, moving on. We wish the newlyweds talking about y'all trying to get me to leave my husband over his past. When she said that, Amy Luciani, when she said, y'all trying to get me, I don't post him no more. Put him back up real quick. Amy said, I don't post him no more because y'all trying to get me to leave my husband over his past. So we're like, you didn't say allegations. You didn't say rumors. You said his past, which means, baby, is it real? A lot of people don't mind being in a little lavender marriage, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's beneficial for them, and he comes with clout, he's a name, he still makes an obscene amount of money playing basketball, he gets endorsements and all types of shit, so like, yeah, like it's, I mean, Love and Hip Hop ain't paying like that, and her rapping, it ain't rapping around us. It's just not, rap ain't giving at all these days. The only person that's popping out here is Glorilla. That's it. I know they got this new girl, Pluto, but they need to shoot her ass to Pluto. I was like, what? I even told Jasmine about it. Jasmine was like, who is this? I was like, right. Ugly, skinny, blue wig. They just be putting on a wig just to get attention. They don't even comb their hair out of the wig. Moving on. Whole nother topic. Don't let me get into female rap and just rap beef and just, not even rap, just rap critique. I don't even want to do the rap beef. Just the rap and the artist critique. Oh my God, they will be out here in their feelings. Okay, moving on. Who's next? Speaking of feelings, TD Jakes and Oprah have had enough of y'all shenanigans. Mainly me. TD Jakes said he wasn't at no Diddy party, and he is not testifying on behalf of Diddy because we had got word that he was supposed to testify for Diddy, not against Diddy. And the prosecution and defense have rested their case, and Diddy has nobody that is going to be defending him at all when it comes to these allegations. And TD Jakes said, get somebody else to do it. Although he was in support of Diddy, and so was Oprah, okay? But these two are notorious. Let me tell you something about these two, but I know so many people that have parlayed with these two, right? And have done business with them, but as soon as a bad headline come out, oh, they don't want nothing else to do with you. Nothing. It ain't no innocent till proven guilty, nothing. It is like, who are you? But the fact that they actually addressed, I don't know if they were asked at this particular convention, but I would have been like, them questions are off limits because, you know, to me, when you address anything, there has to be some type of truth to it. So like, and I'm glad that they were just say one time. It's always a one-time thing. But here's Mr. TD Jakes, even though he's going through his own lawsuits, being accused of, you know, touching little boys and grooming little boys and things like that, and suing a series of boys that said that he did it to him because he got the money and they don't. It's just another way to silence you and intimidate you because he know they ain't got that kind of bread. But here he is with Oprah finally addressing the nature of his relationship with Diddy.
I have never been near a puff party. Never been near.
And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out.
Right.
I'm the first one out.
I stopped by Puffy's house for 30 minutes to say happy birthday to him during the day at 2 o'clock with staff people. And out of that came a love affair and all kinds of stuff that I have never seen.
You too?
Yes. Yes. Now I'm almost 70 years old. What do I look like? And I am a grandfather. What do I look like at this late day? You know.
But in your early days, listen, I am a grandfather. What do I look like in this late day? But what did you do in your early days that you sued these young men for saying that you groomed them and inappropriately touched them and had relationships with them and asked them to do the same thing that Tyler Perry is being accused of right now, which was be loyal to you, don't fall in love with you, and you will take care of them for the rest of their lives. They are not allowed to sleep with other people, but in Tyler Perry's defense, he made sure they have women and just a partner that they can fall in love with because he ain't gonna be able to come around. And besides, he don't want people to think, something is going on. But for you, sir, why even address it? Because it was more than just a one time that you were around Puff. You have photo shoots with Puff. You've had major meetings with Puff. Just because you weren't at a Diddy party, these people party and have meetings. And you were on that list due to testify in his defense until you heard all of the allegations. And we're going to say alleged because we ain't got it. Here's the thing, and he likes to play with the courts. I don't. I don't play with demons. Courts are demons. So here's the thing. I felt like it was just a little too much. It was sort of like when Will Smith was saying that he was never at a Puff party, but we saw him in photos at a Puff party with naked women with food on their bodies, and it was like, Will, let's focus on divorcing Jada. Please. That's your biggest enemy right now. I don't know. It's just interesting that, Oprah addressed this, but she never, ever addressed her being on that plane with Jeffrey Epstein. And they only served girls on that island. Young girls. Jeffrey Epstein had a private jet, he had a private island. They only served girls, but after he dead now, for some reason, you are mighty quiet about that Jeffrey Epstein, but you got out here confidently to say you never went to a Puff party, though. Girl. Just didn't go to a Puff party without your girlfriend. If your girlfriend was there, you probably would have stayed. Moving on. All right. Last break, okay? After the break, we got R. Kelly's girlfriend finally. Okay, Joycelyn Savage finally speaking out. Her parents have clapped back. This is after R. Kelly's supposed overdose and also prison officials trying to kill him because he's suing the Bureau of Prisons and things like that. His life is in danger. All of this and more coming up right after the break. And then we got Chad, okay, for our live Q&A at 4 p.m. On this channel here, so make sure you just stay right here. And also, we have a surprise guest on TashaKLive.com. All that and more coming up after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass, so we'll be right back. Let's go.
Let's talk about student loan discharges in bankruptcy. Most people will tell you it's impossible. Even bankruptcy attorneys will tell you that. But guess what? We just got 2 discharged a few weeks ago, and we're going to get a lot more. So if you're struggling with your student loans, you may be able to discharge those through bankruptcy. So you should just give me a call and let's figure it out.
We got this invite from this woman who thinks her husband is possessed by demons. I'm not sure about this one, y'all.
Are you kidding?
When the last time we covered a story like this, Tasha? Diane Johnson's cabin.
I'm so relieved you guys accepted my invitation to come. Something to drink, maybe some tea or coffee? I would do wine, Miss Diane. I know how you like your wine, but I need you fully alert for the story I'm about to burden you with. You're the chosen one. God came to me in my dreams and revealed it all. I don't know about this, guys. Like performing exorcism on this lady's husband just because she feels like he's possessed.
This is messed up. This is a real life event that we happen to have the exclusive.
Yes, Tasha, we gotta help. I said we could do a family vacation. All of us, all five.
And we would all be dead right now. For this to work, you must have all skepticism out your mind. Robert, I know the real you is trapped. We're going to free you tonight. I love the bullshit and shit. I love the bullshit and shit.
All right, and we are back. Don't forget, all of those movies are streaming live right now on TashaKLive.com. If you do subscribe, you get access to all of the content over there for 30 days, and then you can pause your membership, okay? So you can get up over there and parlay and then be out, all right? And especially watching those latest interviews that we did with those two freak-off workers that work for Diddy. He paid them each the same amount of money to do all of that, okay? Right? I know, right? All right, so... Sorry, guys. All right. And don't forget, Chad is going to be joining us here in about 20 minutes on YouTube. So Jasmine's going to drop the link in the chat so that you guys can get your place in line so that you can ask him anything that you need to ask him regarding finances, okay? Because it is getting thick out here. Maybe we should send a little link to B. Simone, see if she want to really structure some things since she doesn't like shopping at H&M. Anyway, all right. So R. Kelly. All right, so R. Kelly's longtime, one of his girlfriends, the one that has stuck around, Joycelyn Savage. She was with him while of age, okay? She wasn't ever with him because she was in college when she met him, and she met him via her parents. They told her she could sing. She could not sing at all, couldn't hold a tune. Flew her, took her to one of his concerts. He picked her out, gave her and the mammy the phone number. Her and the mammy took a few trips because she was supposed to be the next Aaliyah. I heard on the first trip, allegedly, he had bust down the mammy. Apparently, she gave great head because she had no teeth in her mouth. You know, Joycelyn mama sets her teeth on the counter, and so it just gives a gummy experience, okay? Speaking of gummies, we got a lot of gummies on shoptkdeals.com site, and I'm just throwing shots at the Savages. I really am, because there was a lot of lies being told by them, and I'm sure they're going to make a whole press conference about it, threaten to sue, threaten to try to lock me up, put what did they put out last time? A public warrant on me. What do they call it when you try to go have somebody arrested for doing something to you, but you can't get the police involved? A citizen's arrest. Yeah, they actually tried to do that in Gwinnett County. There was a bunch of shit they were trying to do because my narrative had changed, and I had told all of them this. I said, listen, I'm going to put your stories out, but if I find discrepancies in the stories, I'm going to correct that. And because they thought that they had some type of battery in my back when it came to this, and that my loyalty, okay, is to y'all. Oh, they got tight, man. I'll never forget 2020, 2021, they was trying to get me locked up, them. It was a lot, it was so much going on, okay? They was out here filing lawsuits against me, just all types of shit, right? And I'm like, I'm still standing. I'm still standing. You tried to knock me down, but look, I'm still standing. Isn't that Antoine Fisher? I forgot the name of that movie, but I'm just saying. I'm still standing. Where you at? You still looking for your daughter? Now, here's the thing. Daughter popped out. I've been told y'all, you know, Jocelyn was going to see him every weekend. She's been the only one to stick beside him. She doesn't really care who R. Kelly does, what he does. She loves this man. This is her man, and she's sticking beside him. She is working, putting money on his books, along with other women that he's seeing, old women. Hell, we were at a show in was it Riley, if I'm not mistaken? And there was an older lady there, and she had claimed during our show that, you know, she was going to see R. Kelly regularly and that she's not a fan of the artist. She's a fan of Robert, okay? And I told her, well, you know, we did a little interview during the live show. This is what you get when you buy tickets to my show. You just never know what you're going to get. And, yeah, she was carrying her old ass on down there to go sit with him and put money on his books and shit like that. And I was just like, she was just like, I don't feel that around him. I'm like, because you're old. He don't like old women. He like young women. So, but shout out to that wino. I still love her, though. I swear to God. But I was just like, you must ain't got nothing to do. Mr. Jack ain't out the house beating that thing down. You got to go run down to the prison. So Jocelyn's parents had put out a message after his lawyers came forward stating that they were trying to put a hit out on R. Kelly and kill him, and they're seeking a presidential pardon from Trump. And so they need him released immediately because his life is in danger. And then the very next day, he was supposed to do it before, but he was just too late. You know, that's what happens when you communicate with somebody in jail. You can't communicate with him every day. And so he was just a day late when he staged, in my opinion, his overdosing and had to go into the hospital. And then I know personally because they texted me saying they moved him into solitary confinement after his lawyers had did the press conference last week asking for the presidential pardon. And then while in solitary confinement, he was apparently given too many drugs, took the drugs and OD'd. And finally and apparently has blood clots in his lungs, all types of shit. And so the Savages made a video stating that they don't feel like he should be released because they still haven't found their daughter or been reunited with their daughter. And he's still holding her captive and everything like that. And so AI Jocelyn Savage came out to address it. Let's go.
The video earlier.
No. AI Jocelyn Savage.
Hi everyone, my name is Jocelyn Savage. I'm 29 years old and I'll be 30 next month. I just want to come out here shortly to let you guys know that I am not a victim. I've been with Robert for 10 years. He has been incarcerated for 6 years and I have seen him every weekend for the past 6 years. Just 3 years ago, I proposed to Robert and he said yes. And we are planning on getting married and having a family, and I'm very excited about that. But anyways, I just want to come out here and let you guys know to please do not believe the lies that my mother and father are coming out here saying about me and Robert. I am not held against my will. I am not a sex slave. I am not brainwashed or any of those crazy lies that were told on me. And I just want Robert to get the righteous justice that he deserves, because he deserves to be free. Enough is enough. I'm tired, and he's tired as well. So I just want you guys to continue to please pray for him. I'm praying for him. I believe that he will be out soon. I have hope. And just, you guys, please, just do not believe the lies, because enough is enough. It's been 6 years, and I'm just tired. I choose not to call my mother and father because I do not want to talk to them. I have a cell phone, and I choose not to call them. So I'm a grown woman, and if I decide not to call them, that's my choice. And it is what it is. So once again, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm in love, and I'm good. So thank you guys for listening. Have a great day. Bye.
Look at Jocelyn standing by her man. She said she down there at the jail every week. I don't know why they can't pull up and catch her going through the gate to say hi to her. But that's her man, and she's sticking beside him now. The parents have clapped back. You like to hear it go.
I seen the video earlier today that was circling around on the internet of our daughter Jocelyn. It's been about a little over 6 years since we physically have seen her out in public. The video that we saw did bring some concerns because it appears that the video is AI generated. Anybody knows about AI, how realistic videos can be from just a simple picture. Her voice, speech didn't match some of the video recordings. The gestures with the raw image on her shirt, actually the mouth moved when she talked. And so it's brought some serious questions, and it confirms
serious concerns.
It confirms why we have been fighting so hard just to make sure she's fine, healthy, and okay. Basically, that's all we want to know. Like in the video, that was her. She said that she has a choice if she wants to have a relationship with her family, her parents especially, and that's true. We just wanted to make sure she's fine, healthy, and okay. And
that's all we asked for.
And the video that we saw today, it still doesn't answer our questions because the video definitely appears to be AI generated.
We've been through so much as a family, you know. We have no other choice tonight to file a report, a missing person report.
Here you go with the missing
Twice.
person.
If you think back and look at all the times that has happened in the past where they said that she had a baby, that was false. They also said some other things about her that was false, like the book, false. The Patreon account, false. These things concerns us as a parent. We really need to find what's going on with our daughter, because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on. We are eager to find out. So please, pay attention. Look at what we see and judge for yourself and tell somebody else and say, hey, does this look like an AI generator? Because it looks like it to us. So thank you.
And whoever is behind the video, we demand answers, and we hope to get a resolution soon and to have some type of closure. And if she wants to have a relationship with her family or not, that doesn't matter at this point. We just want to know that she's fine, healthy, and okay.
Right. That's all we ask for, to make sure you're fine, healthy, and okay. We love you. From your parents and from family. Thank you.
I don't know. Y'all think it's AI? What they saying in the comments?
They said it's not AI. Yes.
I don't think it's AI. I don't think it's AI either.
AI.
That's not AI. And like Jocelyn has a very unique voice. That is definitely her voice. We've heard her speak before. And even the movements, like videos can be dubbed. And so sometimes the voice won't match it, especially with processing. So if she sent the video to somebody else, it probably lagged in the processing. But I think that's the problem right there, is that the parents won't let go of parenting. And like, she's almost 30 years old. And R. Kelly is about to be your son-in-law. I think you got to start approaching this different. Son-in-law, come home. If you start advocating for her man and saying that you stick beside your daughter and whoever she love, you love, I think Jocelyn would rock with you. And I think R. Kelly would too. But it's the way you approaching this. Because you know they made a lot of money off of documentaries, the missing persons report and all that shit. Remember when they said we're going to file a report? That's exactly what they're going to say about me tonight. We're going to file a report on Tasha K because you got it wrong. They're going to file a report on their daughter. Let that look, she's not a little girl no more. She is 30 years old. She is grown, and she was grown when she met him. You are not, this is not a toddler. This is not an underage girl. He was already convicted for messing with and trafficking underage girls and things like that. He wasn't even convicted, you know, in relation to your daughter. Like, no charges when it comes to that. But yet, y'all are still refusing to just be patient and let it go. Change your tune. I guarantee if you change your tune, she'll hit y'all. But it's got to be believable. Can't be out here with no AI videos so much you, R. Kelly gonna be my son-in-law. You gotta be real. You gotta make it believe. They finna have a whole pedophile in their family. Hide your grandkids. Listen. Before we go, don't forget, guys, we are sponsored in part by the Sugar Case, some of the best, most highly fragrant body oils, body scrubs, makeup, things like that, made by a Black woman on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. I put these oils on my body when I'm wet. Let them rub it in with the water because, you know, the pores are open. They soften you up, have you smelling good. This one is the glazed donut, and they have many, many other flavors, okay? Highly popular, and they sell like crazy, okay? So don't forget to get you at least one bottle of the Sugar Case, all right? Don't forget, guys, just like I was talking about when it came to Miss Jackie, y'all saying that B. Simone killed Jackie. No. It was insecurity. Okay, and not getting a doctor's approval or any blood work to see if any complications could go wrong before surgery, okay? And so I highly recommend for anyone that's about to do any type of surgery and stuff like that, please contact your doctor and also supplement, okay? Because our food is not supplemented. We have the sea moss drops, 10,000 milligrams of Irish sea moss, okay? That's available on shoptkdeals.com. In addition to that, it has spirulina, zinc, burdock root, vitamin C, 98% of the vitamins and minerals that our body needs, okay? It actually has 98 of the 102 vitamin and minerals that your body needs, and you can get that other percentage, I think it's 98, like 5%. From the mushroom extract complex gummy, okay? This is a hell of a combo. You take these daily, you should have no problems with your blood work when they are reading the vitamin and mineral efficiency as well as deficiency, okay? And so this is a hot selling combo. Remember, shiitake mushrooms are used in all sorts of therapies. You can look at the research when it comes to shiitake mushrooms and HPV therapy, any type of viral therapy, bacteria therapy. If you want something that's a little bit more potent, maybe you're dealing with an issue right now that's viral, maybe you got reoccurring infections and stuff like that, you can look at the NIH research, the National Institute of Health, and see what type of components that mushrooms have on the immune system. And this is the powder, this is the mushroom Vitamix, okay? It smells amazing. You just take a scoop, put it in your coffee, your smoothie, or anything like that, okay? Don't forget, guys, if you love sea moss, so we have the sea moss drops with 10,000 milligrams of sea moss, and we also have the sea moss drops with sea moss sour sop and black sea oil, okay? And so this is a very, 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 very dense nutritional supplement here, okay? And also, guys, don't forget, we have the Koji Cocoa soap. And like I said, the perfect combination for the Koji Cocoa soap is the glutathione complex with the Koji Cocoa soap. This handles all blemishes on the outside of the body. You can put it on your face, just don't use too much, okay? Because you don't want your face looking like B. Simone out here. And then if you want to take care of and have an extra boost when it comes to evening the skin tone, I don't go a day without my glutathione complex, okay? And that keeps me glowed up, that keeps me blemish-free, acne-free, and things like that. Both of these are on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, and I believe there's subscriptions on these as well, so you can keep them coming in so that you can keep your skin always looking nice and good, okay? And don't forget, guys, when you are over there, I want you to notice that we do have a gummy booster set. We don't have pictures of it now, but it's on shoptkdeals.com. We have gummies for hair, skin, and nail therapy. We have peptide collagen gummies. We have the mushroom extract gummies. We have the wild root and wild leaves gummies, which is a very densely, nutritionally dense gummy, in case you may not like sea moss drops and things like that, because a lot of people just don't like taking supplements. But if you put it in a gummy, because I give the gummies to my kids, you know what I'm saying? They're more, people just, you know, I guess they react better to them, okay? And so they are sweetened with natural sugar, okay, from a sugar cane, all right? So the body processes that a lot easier than actual processed sugar and things like that. We have the turmeric, which is a hot seller on shoptkdeals.com. The Indian turmeric extract gummy, okay? This is a good one. And I believe there's a bundle set. So if you buy, like, if I'm not mistaken, okay, let me get it right now, because I was talking to the vendor. I just want to make sure you're able to use the coupon codes, okay? So if you buy, hold on. Let me make sure I'm going through their emails. Okay, so if you buy, of course, if you buy 3 or more or 3 or less, you get 10% off using the coupon code TK10. But you don't need a coupon code if you buy 5 or more. So if you buy 5 or more of the gummies, you get 15% off of all of the gummies, okay? And if you buy all 7 of the gummies, which is a gummy bundle, a gummy booster, you get 20% off the entire order, okay? And then you could put them on subscription and things like that, okay? And so take advantage of those deals. And like I said, they're very, very, very good gummies, very popular. It's a company out of UK, and so they stand behind their shit. And like I said, I've been giving them to my daughter for years. And we've had no problems, okay? Her blood work comes back fine. Thank you guys so much. We're about to head over now to our second live. Jasmine, can you drop the link to the second live in this chat so they'll be able to just directly click on it? Because this chat is gonna go for the next like 5 minutes. While we get ready with Chad, you can ask Chad any questions. Chad is my personal bankruptcy attorney, ran my bankruptcy, did something that a lot of people said that he couldn't do, just like he just discharged somebody student loans and did something that a lot of people are saying they can't do, because there's a lot of financial gurus out here, but they're not up to date on just the changing laws and things like that and how to finagle something. And you always need a good lawyer to finagle some shit, okay? So if you have debt issues, things that you're trying to sort out, Chad is gonna be available. Matter of fact, he's loaded up right now on the live, waiting for you guys to hit the link and ask him a question. First come, first serve. Then directly after that live at 5 p.m. Central, which is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our surprise high-profile guest available on TashaKLive.com to give an explosive story on some of your favorite high-profile figures, okay? And so you do have to subscribe and see that interview on TashaKLive.com. Thank you so much for everything, guys. If you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to continuously hit me in my DM on Instagram. Please, guys, follow me on X at UNWINEWITHTASHAK. Follow me on Facebook. Shout out to the Facebook watchers, okay? Follow me on Facebook, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. If you want to advertise on the platform, please feel free to hit me personally at unwinewithtashak@gmail.com. We have a lot of viewers that want a lot of great products, and if you have a great product that you think our viewers would love, we would love to have you up over here, okay? And with that being said, shout out to my production team. And now we gotta go. Bye!
Know where I'd be without you.
I don't know where you'd be either.
That's
An eviction notice? What the hell?
okay, so I'm the source of all of our problems or something?
I've been here less than 5 minutes and problem.
Where's Malcolm? Malcolm, where's my money?
I have noticed you're behind on the rent. Is there anything I can do to lighten the load?
Lighten the load? I'm calling to let you know that you are out of line.
Check your Cash App.
What? You're not gonna do it, are you? Tanya.
Not a time for jokes, Steve.
Malcolm, I need my money.
It's been 10 years going back and forth with this bitch. There was police called. There were people in handcuffs. She went out on a stretcher. I'm praying this is the final conversation because I ain't got no more conversation left in me. Yeah, it was just getting backstabbed by a person that I put in position. Mona and them never heard of a Masika. Mona kind of said, like, we need like a hoe character, you know? In all honesty, Masika, did you ever really get a DNA test?
What brings you in, Travis?
Say something to me!
I'm sorry.
Better question. What are you going through?
We're not fucking Travis. So what do you do for sick?
It's called life.
Life? Or life? What's up, T?
I can't find any groundbreaking stories. This stuff is like Groundhog Day. Nothing new has came up. I do have a few.
When we start the show, keep it clean.
Okay, but you know the rumors out there, right?
I don't give a damn about the rumors.
About Shorty. Can anything be traced back to you?
I mean, I do help with little things here and there.
Like what? What you paying her rent?
Look at it this way. We are getting older and not so attractive, more so you than me. What better way than to pull the wool over your eyes than sex?
So, what the fuck happened again?
A bitch set me up with a trans and I didn't even know it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So is it true?
The blogs and their unending desire to ruin our relationship.
So why is that picture of you and some bitch in a hair salon, Travis?
I said, I'm gonna go in the clay room. Now, mind you, when I'm in this clay room, I said, this nigga come in here in the next 2 minutes with fully dressed, telling me to go, he's gay. This motherfucker.
Is this true?
How you gonna ask me something like that?
Everybody talks to somebody.